Hello and welcome to Super Great Kids Stories. Wise tales from storytellers around the world which will make you laugh and sometimes cry. Recommended for ages 5 to 105. I'm Kim and I love stories. Well, hello Super Great Kids, and how are you? I'm very happy because today we have a new storyteller to introduce you to. Her name is Lisa LaRue Baker, and she's a Cherokee Indian from the Cherokee Nation in the United States. Lisa teaches children basket making and corn husk doll making, and she tells them Cherokee stories as they weave. How cool is that? Her tale today is a how and why story about how Rabbit got his long ears and short front legs. Now, just before we hear from Lisa, I wonder if you can have a little think. If you were telling a story about how Rabbit got his long ears or why he has 2 big legs and 2 little legs, what story would you tell to explain that? Maybe his ears are long because they were sat upon by an elephant? I don't know. You think what you'd say in your story while we have a quick word with the grown-ups. Hello, Super Great Kids. I'm back. I wonder if you came up with a plan for how Rabbit got long ears and little front legs. Maybe you could work that idea into your own how and why story. Now, it's time to meet Lisa and hear how the Cherokee people explain how Rabbit came to be the way he is. Are you sitting comfortably? Am I sitting comfortably? Then let's give a very warm welcome to Lisa LaRue Baker.
OCO. That is how we say hello in the Cherokee language. My name is Lisa, and I'm a Cherokee Indian. The name of our tribe is the Cherokee Nation. We also have names in our language for ourselves. Mine is Wadulisi, which means a honeybee. My father said my grandmother, or Elisi, called me a little honeybee. I love to tell our traditional stories to all children, not just Cherokee children. That is the way we pass these stories from one generation to another, from one mother to her children, from one uncle to his nieces and nephews, one grandpa to his grandchildren, and so on. Sometimes they are told one friend to another, which is where the story I'm going to tell you today came from. My friend Sequoia told me this story and encouraged me to tell others. You can tell it to others too. All of these stories came from way, way back, a long time ago. So far back, nobody remembers when. And those people who first told them, we call them the old people. When we say the old people, it doesn't mean old people like your granny or grandpa. Those people are called elders. We mean the old people who lived way back. Some people also call them ancestors. The old people tell us that long ago, long before the first man and first woman lived on the earth, the animals all lived together in peace and love. The lions played with the rabbits, the bears played with the foxes, and everyone laughed and played together. The Great One, who the Cherokee call Unetlanvhi, which is a great spirit who cares for us all and lives with the stars in the sky, high, high up, looked down and thought one day, I'm so happy that everyone loves each other and takes good care of each other. I'm going to grant each one of them a wish so that they will know how pleased I am. So Unetlanvhi came down, whoosh, from the stars, and greeted the animals in the open meadow where they would hold their council meetings. Their eyes got real big, and they jumped up and down with joy and happiness when they saw Unetlanvhi had come to their council meeting. The birds flew in circles and wrapped a ribbon around Unetlanvhi. The rabbits and gophers brought roots and vegetables that were yummy, and the bears brought honey, and everyone did everything they could to show Unetlanvhi how happy they were that he'd come to visit them. "I don't want or need anything from any of you except for you to keep doing what you have been doing." They all looked confused. What did Unetlanvhi mean? "What do you mean, what did we do?" asked Coyote. "Yeah," said the hedgehog, "what did we do?" They all said, "Yeah," all together. When they all quieted down because they realized they could not hear Unetlanvhi's answer unless they were quiet, Unetlanvhi answered, "You live together in peace and harmony. You take care of each other. You help each other with your chores. You're not jealous of each other, but instead are happy for each other. You live in peace." The animals looked at each other, confused. The deer said, "But we like to be happy, so it's not hard to do these things." "Yes," said Unetlanvhi, "you do not get jealous when another finds good food because they share it with you. So you are happy when they find it. You have learned how to easily be happy." They all went, "Yeah!" and jumped up and down and hugged each other. Have you ever seen a lion hug a squirrel? It's quite cute. "Because of this," Unetlanvhi said, "I'm going to grant each one of you a wish. Any wish you want." Well, now they really jumped up and down, but soon quieted down and got busy with the work of deciding what wish they would want. With only one wish, they knew that they must ask for something important, not something silly. The owl said, "I would like to have better eyesight so I can see in the dark. Nighttime is when I'm awake, but I can't see with no light." Unetlanvhi said, "Poof!" And Owl suddenly had great, big, round eyes. Now your eyes can get more light in them to see things better. The badger said, "We have paths through the woods, but our children have a hard time seeing the paths through all of that brush. Can you help?" Unetlanvhi went, "Poof!" and the badger had a white stripe with black outlines so the badger's children could see them and follow them safely on the path. The eagle, who was very big, said, "I want to be able to fly better. I am so big, it is so hard to take off and land." So Unetlanvhi went, "Poof!" and Eagle was able to soar great distances without even flapping his wings. Everybody started yelling their wishes all at the same time, and it was hard for Unetlanvhi to hear them all or to even grant them all because everybody was wanting their wish to be next. Unetlanvhi said, "Wait, everybody will get a turn." Unetlanvhi told everyone to get in a line and each would have their turn. But there were so many animals. The line stretched around the world almost 2 times. That is a very big line. After Unetlanvhi granted a few wishes, it was Jistu's turn. Jistu is how we say rabbit in Cherokee. Jistu. Unetlanvhi asked Jistu, "What wish would you like granted?" The rabbit, who had waddled up to Unetlanvhi because his legs were so short, said, "Unetlanvhi, I have 2 wishes. Is that okay?" Unetlanvhi took a long look at Jistu. Jistu had a cute little body with short little legs, little bitty ears, and a long bushy tail. Now, does that sound like any rabbit you have ever seen? No, but that's the way Jistu looked back when animals could talk. Said Unetlanvhi. Well, you have been behaving so well. Okay, I will give you 2 wishes. Jistu said, Well, we have these little bitty short ears. We can't hear anybody who might be sneaking up on us. And when we do, we can't run away because we have these short little legs. So Unetlanvhi said, I can help you, but I can't just say poof and make it happen. I am going to need to grant your wish a very different way. Jistu was a little bit scared, but trusted Unetlanvhi. Okay. Unetlanvhi made a big announcement. I want everybody to turn around, and you can't watch. All of the animals still in line waiting for their wishes turned around so they couldn't see. All of the animals who already had their wishes and were playing and celebrating turned around. Unetlanvhi picked up Chubby Rabbit with his bushy tail, short legs, and itty-bitty legs, and he pulled on those ears, and Rabbit squealed. And as those ears became longer and longer, the tail became shorter and shorter. Then he turned Jistu around and pulled those back legs. And while he was stretching them out, he looked down the line at the animals who had gotten their wishes, and he saw Owl. Owl was still facing away, but had turned his head clear around, and his eyes looked even bigger than they were. Unetlanvhi dropped Jistu right then and there. Unetlanvhi said, That's it. I asked nobody to look, and Owl disobeyed. And because he disobeyed, now there will be no more wishes. All of the animals said, Oh, no, and moaned and cried, and they all started getting mad at Owl, throwing things at him, hitting him with sticks, and Unetlanvhi was sad. Unetlanvhi said, I'm going back home, and started preparing to go back up into the stars where he lived, far, far away. Jistu said, No, wait. What about my front legs? Now I have long back legs and little bitty short front legs. Unetlanvhi said, Jistu, someday when everybody on earth is able to be nice to each other again and living in peace with each other, I will come back to grant wishes. You will get your second wish then. So it is important that we help each other, love each other, and live together in peace so we can help Jistu get his long front legs.
Thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing that. What a beautiful story. I loved Lisa's examples of what the animals wished for, like big eyes for Owl to see better in the dark, or a white stripe for the badgers so their children could follow them more easily at night time. What would you wish for if you could have just one wish to make your life a little bit better? I think I'd wish that I could draw beautiful pictures so I could make all my friends' birthday cards. I'm not very good at art, and I've been inspired by all your pictures. Oh, and I'd wish to be able to play the drums as well as toop. Oh, no, that's 2 wishes, isn't it? OK, I'd better not be like Rabbit and ask for more than one. Maybe I'll go for the drums wish. Why don't you ask your grown-ups what they'd wish for? Maybe you could send us a picture of Rabbit before and after the Creator changed him. One with little ears, short legs and a long bushy tail, and one like he is today, with long ears, big back legs and short front legs and a little bitty tail. Send your pictures to Story Owl via our Facebook, facebook.com/supergreatkidsstories, or on our website, supergreatkidsstories.com. Now, it's time to say hello to some new owlets. Ooh, 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 ooh. And hello to owlets from Sydney, Australia. Cohen, who is 6, and Estelle, who is 4. Cohen loves the scary stories, and Estelle likes all the stories with songs. And a big hello to super great story fan Alfie, who just turned 5 yesterday. Hope you had a happy day, Alfie, and that you're enjoying being 5. Alfie's favourite story is The Parrot and the Cat. Ooh, that's a good one, Alfie. And he and his sister Pippa, who is 2, listen to the stories every morning on their way to school. Hurrah! Let's go to Burlington in Canada now to say hello to owlets Rayanne, who is 4, and Alia, who is nearly 7. They both love the scary stories, particularly, you guessed it, The Ghost of the Bloody Finger. And hello to owlet Josephine Sky, who turns 5 this month. Her favourite story is The 4 Dragons from China. And to her little sister Vivi, who is 2 and likes, well, everything her sister likes. Good plan, Stan. I mean, Vivi. And hello to May, who is 8 and comes from Whidbey Island in Washington in the US. Her favourite story is Tortoise and Sons by Kate Corkery. Hello too to owlet Rosie, who is 8. She lives in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania in the US. She particularly likes the Danish story Hey Ho and loves singing along with the theme music. She plans on listening until she is 105. Very good, Rosie. And hello to superfans in Wadsworth, Illinois in the US. Judah, who is 4, and Elise, who is 10. They listen to Super Great Kids every chance they get, and they especially love stories told by Jason Buck. Good choice. And and hello to 4 owlets. Paul, who is 7, India, who is 5, Kiki, who is 3, and Electra, who is 1. They live in sunny Charleston, South Carolina in the US. Their favourite stories are the Baba Yaga stories, The Ghost of the Bloody Finger, and any stories told by Tup or Kate Corkery. Good choices. And hello to Vega, who is 10, from Fort Worth in Texas. Her favourite story is Anansi and the Hot Pepper Soup. She listens at night, just after she reads and before she sleeps. And hello to 7-year-old owlets in New Zealand, Gigi and her cousin Isabella. Gigi's mum is Emmy Bidwar. How lucky to have a mum who is a storyteller. Welcome to the club, both of you. And over to Tipperary Island now to give a hoot out to 2 story fans, Lishna and Nayala, who are 6 and 4. Lishna means the light before the dawn, and Nayala means champion. Their favourite story right now, because it changes all the time, is Finn McCool and the 7 Helpers. Welcome to everyone who's joined the Owlets Club. Keep telling your stories and singing your songs. More Owlet welcomes next week. And as you continue to amaze us with the beautiful pictures you conjure up out of the stories, we've put all your pictures on our Facebook page, facebook.com/supergreatkidsstories. Our pick for this week goes to Scary Story fan Maxwell for his stunning drawing of the Lambton worm and the brave knight. You've drawn a simply terrifying worm with red eyes and evil-looking claws fighting a simply splendid brave knight with spiky armour. Well done, Maxwell. Glad you enjoyed the story. If you'd like to see all these beautiful Super Great pictures, go to facebook.com/supergreatkidsstories. And thanks very much to all of you who are subscribing to our podcast. We couldn't manage without your support. If you'd like to support us on Apple Podcasts or on Patreon, we'll say hello to you on the programme. You can hear our stories without adverts, and you'll get over 38 bonus stories and at least 22 super great scary stories. You could story binge for hours. For more info, go to our website at supergreatkidsstories.com. Remember to keep telling your stories and sharing them with your friends. This podcast was produced at Wardour Studios in fabulous Fitzrovia in London.